for somebody in the next to where you are seated, a different person. Look for a different person. Take another selfie. Take another selfie. Are we going to have some gifts? In case somebody is very active online, so you have a minute. Find another partner and take a colorful picture while smiling, while showing your mandibles. Okay.
Mtu kama amevaa black usimwone. All colors count, please. All colors count. Let's get those selfies going. Let's get those selfies going. Don't forget the hashtag is #GoBlueGraduation. Some people are sitting down. Is it because you don't have an iPhone? Samsung pia ni simu, Tecno pia ni simu, Itel pia ni simu. Selfie, 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 selfie. Kumbuke hashtag ni #GoBlueGraduation. Tag, 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 tag.
Okay. You know, it is always important to have a record of the things that you have done, a history of what you have achieved. And one of the ways is keeping images. Keeping images. Okay, so even as we take our seats, we want to be able to move on to the next phase of our program, of our celebrations. And at this particular point, I would want to call on to David Fondo. David Fondo. David Fondo took one of the programs that Sinapis is facilitating, a 9-week program. And it's what you call the Aspire Launchpad. Kumaanisha kuwa unatarajia ama unapanga kuwa ni entrepreneur kwa Kiswahili ni? Okay, that one I'll have to take notes. Huh? So you're aspiring to become an entrepreneur. Okay, or already you have an idea or you've just started off. And this takes about 9 weeks. So David Fondo, very enthusiastic, based in Majaoni, that's Mombasa County. He does mangrove conservation projects and also has a poultry farm. I would want to ask David to come to the front and just share your testimonial. The one thing that I remember is when I visited that particular class, very enthusiastic gentleman, and I'm happy to see him after many, many months. Karibu sana, David.
Asante. Hamjambo. Hamjambo. Kweli class ko mbona hamjachangamka? Hamjambo. Kwa majina naitwa David Taura. Nimetoka Majaoni. Majaoni iko sehemu ya Shanzu. Kama mlivyosikia hapa mbele, mimi ninatoka kwa kikundi kinaitwa Comensam Self Help Group. Ni kikundi ambacho kina deal na mazingira. Tuko katika Mtwapa Creek. Hivyo basi sisi ni wa hifadhi mangrove, na biashara zetu pale ni ufugaji wa samaki, na pia tuko na a small restaurant na conference hall katika kitengo cha eco tourism. Leo niko hapa kuweza kutoa ushuhuda wa masomo ambayo tuliweza kupata kupitia Sinapis Kenya. Ni mafunzo mazuri, ilikuwa kipindi kirefu kidogo cha miezi 9. Na katika hali ya masomo ya watu wazima kama sisi kulikuwa na changamoto mbalimbali, lakini tuliweza kufurahi kwa sababu kama wanabiashara hatukuwa na fursa ya kuweza kusomea mambo ya biashara. Lakini tungependa kushukuru Sinapis na GIZ kwa ajili ya kutuletea mafunzo hayo. Tuliweza kujifunza mambo mengi, lakini hasa mimi na kikundi changu tuliweza kuvutiwa hasa sana na mambo ya kuweka records. Kila mmoja anajua unapofanya biashara lazima uwe na uwekezaji wa records vizuri. So tuliweza kujifunza hiyo. Mbeleni tulikuwa tunafanya biashara blindly. Hatukuweza kurealize our profits, mapato, na pia kulikuwa na lawama hapa na pale. Unajua kwa group hakukuwa na uwazi. Lakini kupitia mafunzo yale tuliweza kupata, tumekuwa na uwazi kwa kupitia kuweka records. Na pia upande wa marketing tulikuwa si wazuri kufanya marketing, but kupitia masomo hayo tumeweza kuwa na marketing mzuri. Katika ufugaji wetu wa samaki tuko na vidimbwi 3, lakini tuliweza kufanya vidimbwi 2 ambavyo tuliweza kuharvest mwezi wa 4, na it was a good harvest. Katika kidimbwi kimoja tuliweza kupata samaki kilo 90, na baada ya kuuza tuliweza kupata 1,40,044. Hiyo ni pesa nzuri kwa kikundi. Huko na strategies zile tulisoma kwa darasa, jinsi ya kumanage profits, jinsi ya kushare na kila kitu. Ile imeweza kuzuia wanachama wasiwe na shida. Kumekuwa na uwazi, na zaidi ya hayo katika objectives zetu za kikundi ilikuwa ni kuweza kucreate job opportunities kwa wanajamii, na hiyo kwetu imefanyika. Tuko na wafanyaji kazi 4 ambao wanafanya kazi katika kutuchungia samaki zetu pale kwa field, na pia kumonitor mangroves zisije zikakatwa. Pale tuko na biashara mbalimbali kama nilivyotangulia kusema. Sisi ni wafugaji samaki, lakini pia tuna operate utalii pale kwa tulikuwa wanachama 37. Of hawa 37 tulibaki 15 active members, na hawa 15 active members kupitia yale masomo tumefanya wameweza kufanya bidii mpaka wale waliokuwa si active sahihi wanafikiria kurudi. Kwa sababu gani? Hawakuweza kufikiria kuna ile period ya kubreak even. Unapofanya biashara unapata watu wengi wana expect afanye biashara leo na apate faida leo. Sisi ni kipindi ambacho kilipitia, na kupitia hayo hizo changamoto watu wengine wakawa wametoka, lakini saa hii wanafurahia kurudi tena kwa sababu wameona zile profits ambazo zinaingia pale na mazuri yale ambayo yako pale. Na hayo mazuri yote ni kupitia huu mradi na yale masomo ambayo tumeweza kupata. So ningependa kumalizia kwa kusema ninashukuru shirika la Sinapis kupitia GIZ na EU kwa kutuletea hayo mafunzo. Sisi kama wanajamii hatujafikia kile kiwango tunafikiria, lakini ndoto yetu tunaiona ikitimia, kwa sababu tayari kuna watu wanafanya kazi pale na wanapata mshahara kutokana na yale ambayo tunafanya. Na nafikiri hiyo ndio ilikuwa ni lengo la huu mradi, ili wanajamii waweze kuinuka kupitia hayo yote. Kwa hivyo asanteni, na pia ninawakaribisha mkiwa na nafasi muweze kututembelea. Tuko Mtopa Creek, ukishuka Shanzu unachukua bodaboda, it's 50 bob, unashuka mahali kunaitwa Majaoni. Hata unaweza kufika pale ukule seafoods kwa restaurant yetu, tukutembeze kwa mangrove, ujue species za mangrove ambazo ziko pale. Kuna mengi ya kuweza kusoma kwa sababu tuko wengi. Acheni nimalizie pale na asanteni sana.
I would wanted to have attempted to try out my Swahili, lakini wacha niachie hapo. Find out from the person seated next to you, what business idea are they having? What business idea do they have? Or if already they're running a business, find out. Ni nini? So unasikia tumeandikwa tuende tule seafood. Eh? What is it?
You're having a good morning? Yeah, hii morning haitaki makasiriko, kuna baridi, si ndio? Yeah. By the way, there is something I've learned that cold, when you experience some cold in your life, it means you lack happiness in your life. So that's how you counterattack coldness in your life. You give it the warmth of happiness. Are we together? And to give us the warmth of happiness this morning is a lady who likes smiling. I took a selfie with her, and if I show you the photo, you'll be interested. You will fall in love with her smile. She's also very good when it comes to training and presentations. Recently, we had an event at White Sands Sarova White Sands, and I got the opportunity to listen to her. I will never forget the stories of a remist that she told us. This lady is the county coordinator, Mombasa, of Kenya Small Business Development Centers program. She has been working with
So we have our Sinapis Go Blue Now mobilization coordinator. Costa Kalanda. She is an international development professional with over 14 years experience in expertise in project management, training, marketing, social entrepreneurship, partnership development, na mnaweza kuongezea zingine pale. Costa has worked with local governments, the private sector, and non-profits, and especially even within the 6 counties of the coast. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in international development at the University of Birmingham. Her bachelor's degree is in political science and administration from Moi University. So she's an alumni of my former college, and it's my pleasure to invite you to take us through this particular panel discussion. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Leo and Vincent. Yes, hamjambo, tuko wazima. Are we smiling? At least I can see some of us smiling at me. Please let's continue smiling till the end. So it's really good to have you. We are really excited, even with the rain that we have been able to come. Yeah, so karibuni sana. So we are going to have a brief discussion. Please feel free to also ask questions. We'll have a time for questions and answers. So karibuni sana. So as you know, we are all here. One of the common areas, at least amongst most of us, is this issue surrounding the blue economy. Sindio? In Kiswahili inaitwa vipi? I learned that I think in Majaoni. Uchumi samawati, sindio? Yeah, and I think it's a new word for Leo today. Yeah. So as you know that there's been increased attention, not only in Kenya, but also in Africa. Yeah. There's been a steady attention around the blue economy discourse. And as we all know that it's still an untapped area, there's still a huge potential to harness the ocean resources. And one of the outcomes, if it's properly harnessed, will be a creation of decent jobs and improved livelihoods. And also locally in our country, at least for the first time, we have a ministry, right, in the government, which is dedicated towards those affairs. So I'd like someone to tell me the name of that ministry in full and the CS. I'll give a gift at the end. Ministry around the blue economy. So I've said for the first time, I think that was towards the end of last year, Sindio? Yeah, it was constituted. So I'd like someone to tell me what is the name of that ministry in full and who is the CS. You can just raise your hand. Yes, there's just one person. You want to give a try, sir? Karibu. Okay, so amepata ama bado kidogo? Partially. Asante, it's a good trial. Thank you so much. There's someone at the back. Yes. Okay, Salim Vuria tumepata tayari, sindio? Thank you Salim. But what is the name? What is the full name of the ministry? Yes, Judith. Tupige makofi. Yeah, thank you Judith. See me after this. So yeah, I think it's something that we need to keep track of since we are all stakeholders in this particular discussion. So I'll start right off.
About 1,000, and membership is company based. And we've got a secretariat in Nairobi and Mombasa, and also liaison offices in all the land custom border station, that is the one-stop border post or SPPs. In coast, of course, we have Lunga Lunga Horohoro and Taveta Holili, Namanga, Isebana Sirare, Busia, Kenya, Busia, Uganda, Malaba. And also FINA director. I saw her clip here earlier. So thank you. I know there may be some more here. So basically, we can say we are the big brothers when it comes to blue economy as logistics. We dwell, as we know, 80% of international trade goes through maritime. So basically, we move the world trade, we move the international trade. So we are core or part and parcel of the blue economy, as much as people also relate it to tourism and maybe fishing. But to us as a logistician, we believe we are the core as far as international trade in terms of moving cargo and trade across the region. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'd like to invite Julius to also tell us a bit.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Julius Owino. I work with Kenya Coast Tourism Association, which is the umbrella body for tourism stakeholders Coast Region. We are a membership organization, and our members are hotels, tour operators, travel agents, airlines, community tourism organizations, and allied businesses. And what we do is to advocate for sustainable tourism and business environment. On blue economy, I think we are one of the big beneficiaries and also people who depend so much on this ecosystem because it's the area where the tourists come for the experiences. You realize that the coastal region receives the largest number of tourists in the country. The country, currently we are receiving around 1.5 tourists a year. But then biggest chunk of these numbers come to the coast region. But we are still not getting the potential, we are not reaching the potential or the numbers that we really need to get as a region. And also you find that the coast region, we have the best beaches in Africa, like Diani has been voted like 5 times the best beach in Africa. That means it drives a lot of numbers and it has the potential of driving more numbers. And by tourists coming in a destination like this, that means it's opening more opportunities because tourism is not a standalone industry. It depends so much on other subsectors and industries. Even your businesses has a pointer in tourism. For example, the gentleman who talked here was just talking about marine conservation. That much glad to engage him and see how do we curate such experience for tourists that come. And even within such ecosystem, they're able also to come up with other opportunities, even the bee farming, where we are able to get the honey and use in the hotels and so much. So there is a lot of opportunities in this ecosystem, and tourism stakeholders, we always more than ready to work with the community and also your businesses and see how we can curate experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Julius. Karibu Masi.
Hamjambo. My name is Masi Mukulu. I work with a university, Strathmore University. And so Strathmore, for the longest time, we've been training business executives through the business school. And so what we realized was that we impart a lot of class knowledge, but we have neglected the ground, which is where the entrepreneurs will do the actual work. So 2 master's students, one of them is actually born in Kilifi, wrote a request for proposal to the USAID for a program to grow small businesses in the ground. And thank God, that's why I'm sitting here. They got the money. And so this program is called Kenya Small Business Development Centers. It's a replica of a similar program in the US, actually the only program in the US funded by the federal government. So the same way you'd have the county government and the national government. And what we are trying to do is Kenyanize it and help businesses through different ways. One of the ways is business development. And how we do this is through advisory services. So we walk you through your business. We hold your hand. We are like your, usuli in Kiswahili, ukikuwa mgonjwa unaendea ushauri kwa hospitali. So we are your doctor, yeah? So you can come anytime. We walk you through the advisory services. And in part with advisory services, we find within our center, different entrepreneurs will have a bit of similar challenges. So based on challenges that are present, we organize trainings that are in line with challenges for the clients. And then number two, we link you to markets, because again, for us, we consider marketing and sales as the only way you can scale up. So we are very keen on you scaling up. And then in addition to that, as you scale up, as you grow, you'll need money. So we link you to finance providers. And then lastly, if everything else is okay and the government is not doing some things for you, then you might fail. So we are very keen on policy innovation, and we are partnering with the county government of Mombasa to clear some things so that the ground is good. So we have presence in 6 counties, 7. So our headquarters is in Nairobi, the business school in Strathmore. Then we have Kiambu, we have Makueni, we have Nakuru, Isiolo, Kisumu, and Mombasa. And so part of the big aspect that we work with blue economy entrepreneurs is that we are very keen on things like licenses and permits, which most people won't talk about, but in a good number of times will hinder our operations, yeah? Majority of us don't know you cannot do trolling fishing because only 4 licenses are available for the shallow fishing. The same case, only 4 licenses are available for deep sea fishing. And so as an entrepreneur in that sector, you'd start off and at some point you might die because maybe of the amount required. Also, it's the same thing. If you're doing prawn fishing, you need to pay some amount during April to November. But when it's beyond November, you have to pay for a special license, which goes for a minimum of 150K. Majority of us don't know that, especially when you're just getting into the blue economy sector. So ideally, we, as SBDC, we are there to walk you through, to help you navigate some of these issues, to help you with market research, which entrepreneurs, you're juggling, starting off, you're juggling getting the money, marketing, your family at home. So we are there to ease out the process for you.
Thank you so much, Mercy. Karibu, Franklin.
Thank you, Costa. For the Muslim, Assalamu alaikum. For the Christians, God is good all the time. First, I want to applaud the Sinapis for being the implementers of the Go Blue project. I can assure everyone here that the program has been taken to the ground. And yesterday, actually from Tuesday, the culmination was calling all the stakeholders and seeing that this will just continue. So I think that's something I wanted to shout out and applaud the Sinapis team for the amazing work at the coastal region. I'm from South Africa, and South Africa we provide, we empower entrepreneurs from low resource communities by providing them with tools so that they need to start and establish successful enterprises. And we do this by offering trainings, access to markets, and access to funds. And our main hubs are in Nairobi, where we have the headquarters. We have hub in Kisumu, Kakamega, and Bungoma. The coastal region, our main hub is in Likoni. We've partnered with the Ministry of Youth Affairs to be able to reach out to the ground. So we are hosted by the Likoni Youth Empowerment Center. In Kwale, we still hosted by the Youth Empowerment Center called Matuga Youth Empowerment Center. In Kilifi, we are at Magarin Youth Empowerment Center, and we are starting Q3 2023 will be moving to Taita Taveta. And how we do to ensure that we are supporting the entrepreneurs in the blue economy is, first of all, partnering with organizations that are implementers of the blue economy. And this we did through partnering with the Sinapis. And as an organization, we also have a fund that is specifically set aside for entrepreneurs in the blue economy sector. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so something that I would encourage us, even as they continue to just share about their experiences, please let's take heed, let's take note. We can also meet them after this, just for even deeper connections. That's something that you're really passionate about, and I think, as Sally mentioned, that we really want to see you supported just beyond us, beyond Sinapis. Yeah, so on the second question, there's something that Julia said, that all our sectors are very interconnected. Cindy, even tourism, logistics, maybe like in fishing, they are very interconnected. And I'd like to hear from our panelists, what are some of the emerging trends or opportunities that you have identified or you have seen in the blue economy space, which could be beneficial to our alumni today? Yeah, so I'll start with Franklin.
Yeah, we've seen innovation in the fish supply chain. We've seen that, I want to give this with an example in Kwale County, specifically the Shimoni area. We find that the community there are located next to we have the Wasini Island, so there is an easy access to do fish. The challenge in that location is electricity. The electricity is intermittent. Sometimes bad before they are able to sell. And so that still solves the challenge of the electricity, because they can fish without being connected to the grid. And that is an innovation that we've seen doing a lot of impact at Shimoni. I would also say that there is a huge potential in the market on the fish supply chain, because we were exchanging some ideas, and we're just wondering, we're in Mombasa and we eat omena, and omena comes from the flesh water lakes in the interior. So here at the coast, we have seafood, and we have something that is similar to omena, the sardines. It's commonly known as katashingo. So the same can be, we can have an opportunity to, brand it well and market well and supply this food to the people in the interior or to Nairobi. So when you go to Nairobi, you'll find that unless you go to high-end restaurant, you will struggle to get a place you can eat octopus or a taffy. Yeah. So I think that if we can, the entrepreneurs can also be innovative, do some bit of branding, and find ways that we can be shipping what we have. Because what we have here at the coastal region are fish. We have fish in the interior. They can say the land is there, that land is good. They plant maize and all that. So they bring maize here, and and other agricultural product, but our main resource here is the fish. So if we can be in a position to market, package them well, and then ship them to the interior, I think that's an opportunity that we are looking at. And we've seen also entrepreneurs thinking of ways, especially in Kwale Matuga. We've seen entrepreneurs doing some sort of taking katashingo,
so much that can be gotten out of it. There is fish as one element of it. There is a seaweed. I have a client who makes fertilizer out of seaweed, and he's doing very good organic fertilizer and making a killing out of it. And interestingly, of late, he's being featured by international organizations just out of seaweed, which we see as we call it. What do we call it in Kiswahili? Mwani, yeah? Yeah. So majority of us, we will see it as a hindrance, probably when you're doing your fishing or something else. I've seen also women make body products out of seaweed, and everybody wants products that are good for their skin. You want to glow. I've seen seaweed make products for men for reproductive health. I've seen seaweed make products that you can mix in your food and you get I don't know what and what supplements. So my point is, while it's true the fish is what we are used to as the traditional method of harvesting from the sea, but there are other elements that come with the sea. Yes, on Monday I was in a meeting with some guys from the UK, and they're thinking of getting energy out of wave. It was very technical, trust me, I couldn't understand part of it, but it's the fact that they're thinking, now Mercy in Mombasa, you have a whole ocean, so how can we tap into the waves and get energy and provide clean energy for people of Mombasa without necessarily having to rely on electricity, which sometimes can be not very dependable in the manufacturing process and things like those. But also, in addition to that, there's a lot of ecotourism that we can also tap into as an opportunity. Majority of us will see probably tourists coming in, and then they'll probably stay at the beach plots. But there's so much more. In fact, the guy who was saying they do mangrove is one of the brilliant ideas that people are slowly moving into the non-conventional ways of making money out of the ocean. And then we also have, the other day I was just passing by Pirates, and then I saw this white guy. Most of the times, black people, we don't do this. But he came with equipment and was surfing. And now he's made it a business. So you can rent the equipment and surf. I think he charges 3,000 per an hour, I think. And so one day I had a discussion with him. I asked him, by the way, do you make money out of this? He told me, last month I made $500,000 out of renting these things. And so people just, especially people from Nairobi, will come, go to the beach. He'll rent out. You probably go, you don't know how to do it anyway, but you want the fun. And he's making money. So he's here for holiday, but he's making money while on holiday. And so I realized there are very small elements that seem extremely small, but we can make some money out of it. And then the last area that I think is an opportunity is the waste management area. Now, one of the ways is you can go through the vessels, which are the ships, especially the marine hulk. But also there are other ways. I've seen an organization, Bostaka. I think we all know Bostaka. Baustaka, yeah. She got a very good funding because of helping clean out the ocean and things like those. And we have other clients like Polycare and others who are really putting their effort into the ocean, and there's a lot that is coming out of it. So I think opportunities are there. It's just that sometimes you have to get out and see what can we tap into.
Thank you, Mercy. Karibu, Julius. And for you, Julius, I would like you to now just zero in a lot on tourism. Yeah, just talk to us about those emerging trends, which Mercy has already begun talking about. Yeah, Karibu.
Thank you, Mercy, for helping me actually. Currently, if you look at the current trends in the industry, people are looking for experiences. As she said, people are not coming for contemporary tours where they would come to a hotel, stay there, eat there the whole day, maybe walk to the beach, then come back. No, people want to interact. The current tourists want to interact with the community. The current tourists want also to engage in sustainable activities. They also want to be part of the conservation activities. So this one provides a good opportunity as an entrepreneur to plug in. How do you come up with new experiences that even the tour operators, even your tourists can buy in? And I still give that example. I can imagine staying at White Sands or any other hotel, or even your Airbnb, because that is a new opportunity. Because most of you guys here sleep in Airbnb nowadays because you're able to cook for yourself, you're able to have your free private life there. So leaving your Airbnb somewhere, maybe in Nyali, and then you're going for lunch at his restaurant where you are able to have seafood directly from the sea, and then you have that boardwalk or tour. You can imagine it's something that is authentic, and it's not like the kind of boredom that we have when you're coming here. There's a lady I met 1 month ago. I don't know whether she's been part of this training. She's coming up with something so new. It's called Food Trail, where a tourist is able to meet the tourist through online engagement, and then they do a tour of Old Town, and then they go somewhere, have a cooking experience, and the tourists eat there where they are cooking. So it's live experience. So actually, she's working on that, how to curate that experience, and then see how she can get funding to ensure that it runs. So there are so many opportunities, and even on cruise ship business, there's a lot of people who are currently being taken for cruise ship jobs. And one of the things that the gap that we have identified there is that most of those cruise ship recruitment, they require someone with experience. So we are seeing on how do we plug in to ensure that these people who have maybe high school certificate, or just or class 8, and we are having issues of counter-violence extremism in Mombasa. So with this, we are able to train these people just to have an apprenticeship in a hotel, have that experience of service, so that they can get those jobs in cruise ship business. So there's a lot of opportunities that come up with the blue economy. But one of the most important things to note is that as a region, currently there are a lot of engagement in terms of connectivity. If you watch the news, there's a lot of conversation around open skies, which the tourism stakeholders have been pushing. So with open skies, that means that we are able to have more direct flights to Mombasa. Currently, we only have one direct flight to Mombasa, which is Ethiopian Airline. But we are looking at the rest, like the one we are having condos, those are charter flights. And charters, they are not predictable. So if we can have more like 5 direct flights to Mombasa, if we can have Turkish flying Qatar, flying in KLM, Emirates, flying in directly here. That means we are able to get 2,000 tourists in a day. We have 2,000 tourists in a day. That even those young people who have those Airbnbs, those people who are curating new experiences, you're able to do business. So there's a lot of opportunities, but it also depends on how do we work together as different stakeholders and push for something that is common to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julius, for that insightful talk. So for Andrew, I'd like you also to now focus on the issue of policy and also what Julius was alluding to about the open opportunities, even across the borders. You know, what are some of those discussions which are underway that can be beneficial to our entrepreneurs today?
Okay, thank you once again, Costa. You know, with logistics, to give you a short example, the port of Mombasa does not belong to Kenya. It belongs to the whole of the East Africa. So you will find that Congolese, South Sudanese influence policies at the port. The same thing with Revenue Authority, customs. We now have what we call the single custom territory. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi is now under single custom territory. Right now at the port of Mombasa, you'll find Tanzania revenue officers, Rwanda revenue authority officers, Burundi revenue authority officers, South Sudan, Congo, all at the port of Mombasa. The essence is that once Congolese cargo arrive in Mombasa, it is cleared as if Kenya is already in Congo. So you'll find that we don't have boundaries. In our port community, my members here will tell you when we discuss policy, a Ugandan have got same impact as a Kenyan. He can influence KPA to change the rules, the law. The same thing with the East Africa community. We change our tariff in Arusha. So it's not Kenyan again. Tanzania is the same law. We used to have chapter 476. Now we use the East Africa Community Customs Management Act. It's a law generated by the 7 states now. We include now Congo and South Sudan. And now we are even bringing in Somalia. And you remember His Excellency, the President, also tried to talk to Mauritius and maybe even Seychelles to join the East Africa community. So you can see that the port or the part of the sea front of Mombasa belongs to that person also in Kampala. So we are thinking regionally in terms of policies, laws, and even political interest is now regional. And even our training is regional. Our curriculum now, what a person in trade in Kenya School of Revenue Authority, the same one in Burundi and Rwanda. And now coming with the African Continental Free Trade Area, that again have cleared the boundaries of trade within Africa. And that's why I'm glad, because we get a lot of training is still ongoing, but GIZ have been training our people so much to take the opportunity in the African Continental Free Trade Area, where now we can export to Ghana duty-free. Because the funny thing is that exporting to South Africa may be more difficult than exporting or importing from China. Why should it be that way? Because of our political non-tariff barriers. We call them non-tariff barriers. So what you are saying now, partner in South Sudan, I must get a partner in Congo to be able to do business. You don't need to travel anymore. With automation, in now, you declare your documents in Congo, in Goma, then the shipment is delivered in Mombasa and comes to your country. It's that seamless. So with regional logistic, we are now basically borderless, and we are now just working on seamless movement of cargo within the region. And now just to put an icing on the cake, you realize now in Europe or Western world, there's this carbon emission. They are now fighting carbon emission. 2 weeks ago, Trademark is now influencing export of horticulture through containerized shipment. We are trying to do with air freight because of carbon emission. So what are we saying? Horticulture business that used to go to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is now being brought to Mombasa. And that's a very big area where Trademark and other stakeholders are investing in. So it is opening, soon even flowers will be, avocados, flower and such thing will be exported them through containerized shipment. So these are opportunities opening up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So yeah, those are very insightful remarks. So I'd like to hear from us. Any questions from us? I'd like to open it up for a few minutes, just from what you've heard. Kuna yote ambaye ako na swali? Yes, there's a question from Fina. Maybe we can have like 3 questions so that we can answer them mara moja. So there's Fina, yes, there's another question, 2, 3. All right, sawa. And start.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Fina. All protocol observed. Mine is not a question, but a remark. I'm a true testimony of GIZ sponsorship in terms of FCFTA training. And currently we have an office in South Sudan, although they are still being ratified to join the East African community in this FCFTA, but there's a lot of trade that is going to happen in terms of, let's say, shea butter, coconut, and all these things. So I can just say, like, I'm a true testimony to that. And then secondly, through Kifwa and Womensa group, we were able to attend Sifara's prayer day the last Sunday. And it's a good opportunity for young people. And also through that, I managed to bring my cousin all the way from the rural area to come and participate in the Go Blue training TVET centers here in Mombasa, so that he can get the skills of being a seafarer, because there are a lot of opportunities in terms of cruise ship. I'm also a testimony in terms of the mangrove conservation here in Mombasa. My sister, they have an NGO, and recently they received funding, and they are doing mangrove reforestation here in Mombasa, and they also have an office in Nairobi. In terms of logistics, I would want to encourage my fellow women, because the logistics industry recently, when we celebrated the Women in Logistics Day, it is very disheartening. Only less than 2% of women are in the logistics and maritime industry. So this is an encouragement for my fellow women. Let's do this. There's so many areas that we can cover in the logistics and maritime sector. And additionally, right now, there's a series on Netflix. It's called Our Planet. Even as we plan to make money out of marine and all these industries, we should also be thinking about conserving the waters. How are we going to make sure that we don't interfere with the ecosystem as we do all this, let's say, fishing and all these activities? So mine are just remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Fina, for that. Yeah, so because
Kama ni makofi piga vizuri tu.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes, I'm Judith.
Yes.
I'm a student of shipping, and in fact, I'm finishing next month. Yeah, so I'm happy to have known Mr. Andrew, the way he has said about logistics, the things that they have made possible for the business around the world.
Yes.
So I'm concerned about this, the truck drivers, the way they have put the truck off the road and they're not moving. You see now, if Uganda people are waiting for their cargo, Congo, and the trucks are off the road with their cargoes, that one is going to affect them using maybe the port of Mombasa. They can shift to Dar es Salaam.
Right.
So that is a threat. What is Mr. Andrew going to do about it?
Sawa.
I know he's about his Kenya International Freight Warehousing Association. Maybe he knows the chairman for truck drivers.
Thank you so much, Judith, for that. Yes, another question. Yes, from Henrik, and then yes, you can. Karibu, let's try and keep the questions brief because of time. Yeah.
Asanteni, karibu sana. Kwa majina naitwa Mitsuchi Bakari Mwamtoa. Napenda kutumia lugha ya Kiswahili. Na swali langu la kwanza ninaenda kwa bwana wa utalii. Nimekuja pata kujua ama kupata wasiwasi kwa nini mtalii anapokuja anafanywa inclusive tourism wakati anaenda kwa national park, kila kitu inafanywa kwa hoteli, chakula kinafanywa kwa hoteli. Je, wakati anataka kufanya safari ya kwenda kufanya kama kwenda Wasini dolphin viewing inafanywa kwa hoteli? Hiyo inazuilia kibarua kwa kijana pale nje. Hiyo inamfanya dereva ama investor wa tourism mwenye magari inamzuilia. Hilo swala limenikera kwa muda mwingi sana. Na nafurahi leo kukupata wewe bwana kule expose. Liangazie kwa makini. Niko kwa tourism industry. I'm working in Kwale County Water Rescue Tourism Department. Pili, umekuja na swala la seafarers. Kwa kweli ni kitu nimeingia sana kufuatilizia kwa sababu napenda vijana wa pwani wapate hizo nafasi. Lakini changamoto ni kama waliosema, wawekezaji ama wanaotaka kuajiri vijana wanataka watu wako na experience, na vijana ndio mwanzo wametoka shule. Je, hili swala litatatuliwa vipi? Linakera na linaoma. Vijana wapo. Tatu, inaenda kwa dada yangu pale. Nimesikia umetaja mambo ya bahari na nimetingisha kichwa sana kwa sababu umenitouch. Hivi tunavyoongea niko na boti zangu 2 za kubeba tani 10. Hizo ni tani 20. Nafanywa vetting sahihi. Na nimepata shida kwa sababu kupata leseni ya towing ni shida kulingana na sheria na mambo mengi sana angaziwa. Tafadhali jaribuni muongee na Tour Fisheries na muongee na Mvurya pia legeze kamba ili hizo boti ziweze kufanya kazi, vijana waweze kuajiriwa. Boti moja kibeba vijana 7 au ni wafanyikazi, tumeondoa tatizo la vibarua mitaani. Asanteni.
Asante sana Bakari. Yes, I can attest that he's very passionate about young people. Very. So we'll go to someone else had a question. Henry, you had a question? Comment? Oh, all right. Yeah. So we can take 2 more questions, and then please, you can also speak in Swahili tafadhali. Don't be limited kwa swali zenu. Haya, karibu.
Hi everyone. My name is Hadija. Probably I might not be able to get the right answer at the moment, but I know we have had this discussion with Mr. Robert before, but I'll still raise the question to the panelists, and it's basically on the marine employment opportunities. So here we have, like everyone has touched about the cruise ships, but I've not heard anyone touching about the marine companies that we have now. I don't know if I'm making sense. So we have a lot of youths out there who have gone through these courses. The courses, the certificate expires within 5 years. The cost for the marine course is 50,000 plus, but up to now we have a youth somewhere who is 3 years out of school, but hajaenda, hajapata any opportunity out there. So for the cruise ship, currently they are going to Malindi and Diani. So what happens to the youths in Mombasa? Yeah, we have marine companies here in Kenya, in Mombasa. No one is ready to offer them, internship for the courses that they have gone through. That is one. 2, if we could also look on the policy aspect of things, around getting something like help for the CDFs. Hatuna any fund ambao imewekwa aside for vijana katika marine courses. The one that was there, and it was through the office of Mr. Chalta Yako, but ukienda around asking for them, no one knows about them. So I would kindly request, when we talk about issues around blue economy, marine opportunities, let us not only focus on the entrepreneurship side of things, but we'll also focus on the youth employment side of things, specifically within the marine company sector. Thank you.
Asante. So, yes, I think.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Henrik from this company, GSZ. So I just want to take advantage of the situation of having so many young businesses, entrepreneurs here, and this joint expertise from different blue economy sectors. More of a common question going into the same direction that you mentioned it. So first one to Mercy, right? And Mercy, we've heard in the trade sector, it's becoming a game changer to have a regional thinking and to solve the issue of national legislation, national laws. Now you mentioned as one of the key bottlenecks in the fish sector, artisanal fisheries, aquaculture, maybe mariculture involved. Based on my experience, I've seen there's a jungle out there of certificates, licenses. When you talk like about fishing license to individual beach management unit members, they can't really tell you what kind of license and certificates they need and where to get them. So again, like same direction, instead of talking about the challenges, my question to you is, you have like, what would be the solution in your opinion, based on your experience? What does it need in Kenya to address that issue? Is it also something which is coming with devolution with the county mandates versus national mandate? And second remark is to, from the tourism sector, you mentioned the membership association, that communities are members as well. And you mentioned also that you are promoting more sustainable approaches in tourism, marine conservation. You mentioned bees, we have heard mangrove. So what would it need, in your opinion, to really have an inclusive approach in the tourism sector, instead of like having island solution, have like one mangrove boardwalk here, a little bit of bees there, and in a more holistic way to really onboard the people, the young entrepreneurs, having, let's say, nature-based solutions?
All right, so thank you so much for those questions. We'll focus on that for now, and how we'll do it, just in the interest of time, please just respond briefly, and then I'll also encourage us at the end of the session, let's also have one-on-one engagements. I think this is very fruitful, and we can continue just to see how it can grow beyond this meeting today. So I think we'll start off with Andrew, and then you can then you pass the mic.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Costa. Let me comment quickly on what my boss Fina has just mentioned. It's very true. Our subsector of logistics is very mean and harsh to women. As we speak right now, our membership, the women directors, not even employees, even the women directors are very, very few. I'm glad here they are too. But generally, seafarers or stevedoring and such area, we've always been harsh. But things are changing under the WOMESA association, where it's encouraging women to join the industry. To comment again on the truckers, it's true. Kenya being the conduit for the Northern Corridor, hinterland states, sometimes our internal political issues affect business flow through our country. And sometimes we tend to lose business at the port of Dar es Salaam. But again, you should remember, in Kenya, we are somehow a bit democratic, and picketing and striking is part of acceptance within our law. But again, what I'm glad to tell you for now is that the strike that was supposed to happen yesterday, there are some snippets, but we managed to engage the minister concerned, and as you remember, the strike was called off. Although there are a few elements, we still went on with the strike. But we understand that our activity can influence the whole of the Northern Corridor region, so we are very careful about that as an industry. And for us agents, we will also tell you, we suffer because of the shipping line demurrage. The more the containers are detained, the more we pay more to the shipping lines in terms of delays in equipment return. And to comment also a little bit about the trainings, and this is, we are very grateful to GIZ through your Madam Yasmin. She really assists us in terms of training. But generally, basic trainings in Kenya are very, very expensive. And I empathize with her when she says youths are trained, even in our own subsector, the trainings are very expensive. I'll give you a quick example. The practicing license for the East Africa, there is a license where we train at Kestra to allow you to practice in the whole of East African state, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and also, of course, now Congo and South Sudan. The training is almost $1,000 and it's only 6 months. So you can imagine that. So this is where we need subsidy. And we've been trying to engage various institutions to subsidize some of this training for our youth. Because imagine a jobless youth coughing $1,000 apart from the even fare going to Bamburi and coming back. But we are very grateful. In fact, now like African Continental Free Trade Area, we only see GIZ which have been coming to assist our people to explore the opportunities. Other institutions only focus on high-end multinational industrialists. But we can see with GIZ, they've been coming training our people, even the cross-border trade, the women doing cross-border trade. So we are engaging donors to see how the trainings can be subsidized. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Julius, briefly,
We
can clap for Andrew first. Thank you. Julius, briefly, you can comment on Bakari's questions and yes, and Hadija's comment.
So ndugu yangu Bakari, utaniruhusu niongee kwa Kizungu. So his question is very genuine. Is really, I share the frustration, because you find that over a long time we've had this issue of tourists coming and they are in the hotel, eating there, sleeping there, they are not coming out, they are being given wrong briefing that if you go out, the community will do this, don't go to the beach, all those. So that is why we've always had this issue of all-inclusive. One thing is that change is inevitable. You can never resist change. And time of change has come. The tourists that's being told to stay in the hotel for all-inclusive is the same tourists today who just want bed and breakfast or half board. There are very few hotels now that are selling all-inclusive. It's changing. Even those who are selling all-inclusive, they're finding so expensive to maintain it than before, because also the cost of business has gone up. As tourism stakeholders, whenever we are with our members, one of the things is that we tell them to invest in a product and experiences that supports the community. Because when you're holding the tourists inside the hotel, that means they may not be able to experience what is offering, they may not be able to buy the mabuyus outside, they may not be able to come and eat at Foradani or maybe have an experience of the lady I gave examples experience. So all-inclusive is not a good kind of tourism in this time and era. We really need to have a tourism that supports the community. And secondly, just to relate with what the gentleman from GIZ asked, how do we ensure that the community are part of the tourism ecosystem? We need to ensure that these people own the industry. Long time ago or over years, we've had an issue where we are having an investor the other side and the community this side. So the community, they will just come to the community when they need maybe casual laborers or something. But then when it comes to overall decision making within the tourism ecosystem in terms of policy making and all that, you find that the community is left. But now we, as association, what we do, we try to bridge the gap. One example that we are struggling, if you go to the beach today, you find that there are people at the beach. You call them, some of you call them the beach boys, beach girls. But now we are trying to change the narrative so that those people become the part of tourism experience. When you go to a hotel, you're able to walk to the beach, and those people, we have piloted a certain training where we've trained a number of them in Mombasa, although we want to escalate it, so that they're able to sell their wares in a more professional way, like the curio guys, the people who do massage there, the people who do boat operators. They're able to approach you and do business in a professional way. So, just a minute. With that, we are able to include them in the industry. And the conversation we are having with the hotel is that why would a hotel have a curio shop? That is not the business of a hotel. That is not their core business. Their core business is selling accommodation and food. So we are having a conversation. Can we train these people? Then allow them to have their wares in certain place. Maybe you can give them a corner. I'm happy Travelers Hotel have come on board. We have White Sands that are supporting that. We have Flamingo and Pride Inn that are already supporting. So most of them want to close those. We want them to close actually those curio shops so that can be part of the community. So it becomes a part of the community experience. And lastly, on the issue of cruise ship, currently the recruitment, as I said, is that these people want people with experience. But the beauty of tourism industry is that it's an industry that accommodates almost everyone. We have someone who can do cleaning there. You may have someone with maybe primary certificates, someone with high school. We also have people with PhD and master's holders and all that, depending on what you're doing within the ecosystem, because it's a very big ecosystem. So what we really need to do, and I'm happy Amani is here, is a conversation I was having with him yesterday. How do we ensure that we attach those young people in the hotel so that they're able to get a 3 months experience, so that the cruise ship jobs or the employers can now have them on board. So maybe Sinapis, Amani and GSZ, we can have that conversation and see how do we attach these people to the hotels. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julius, for that. Yeah. And also just to encourage us, I know a number of us also here, a number of our entrepreneurs, involved in curios, jewelry, and all that. Please feel free to see Julius after this, so that you can also see how you can be part of KCTA. So briefly, Mercy, comment on Henrik's comment, and then I'll invite Franklin to just give a closing remark.
All right, so the question on licenses, which is very similar, it's very difficult to break down structures that already exist, but it's very nice to see that this room is full of everybody who's needed to make that change. Yeah? When I sit here on behalf of a USAID program implemented by Strathmore, 2 organizations that are both keen on change. When you sit there, you sit on behalf of GIZ, someone from EAP, someone from their own representation in a way. And one of the things that breaks my heart in this city is whenever there's a public participation, you never see the people who can make the actual change. So there was a finance bill that was passed sometimes earlier on. I think I was the only one who represented entrepreneurship support organizations. And it really broke my heart because all of us keep championing, but sometimes when it comes to the actualization, we take a step back. So this is a discussion that can be carried out by members in here because we need proper licenses to be able to fish. We need to be able to, because we know there's specific people who've taken up the section and they get licenses. But also one good thing that the government has done, we've been slapped with an import tax of 10%. I don't know whether you guys saw that. So that ensures the big fish who take up all the fish in Mombasa, but also import fish, they have to pay more for it. So in a way, the import tax protects us locally. And then the other question on youth employment, everybody in this room is an employer in one way or another. And it's good that these all are blue economy ventures. So, and it's a good thing the question came from EAP who works with youth. So you can start with here. The big database you have of youths who are looking for employment, the employers here, you have your answers here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy. Yeah. Franklin, karibu.
Yeah, thank you, Mercy and Costa. So I want to start by thanking the SOMO team present, Nadhifa and Salim, the SOMO entrepreneurs in the blue economy sector, and the Mombasa and Coast entrepreneur in the blue economy sector. I want to give my parting shot by referring to research that was done by World Bank in the year 2007 2013 and 2018. And the research involved 1,001 businesses in Nairobi, Eldoret, Nakuru, Machakos, and Northeastern. And there was one thing that the research showed, that not only is the MSMEs the backbone of the Kenyan economy, but they are the future, because these MSMEs grows and become large corporations, and with good leadership, they have an opportunity to become the multinational corporations. And I want to challenge the entrepreneurs and the businesses that are graduating here today. We've heard of Baustaka, we've heard of Kuza Freezer, we've heard of the mangrove business, and we have many and emerging businesses. We have the logistic business, the Wakilisha Ventures. We have Almasi products that are pushing the Swahili culture, still in the MSMEs, targeting tourists who are visiting our coastal region. I want to ask you that the journey sometimes is very challenging, because as much as we can be here and tell you that you have an opportunity to grow into a large enterprise, but you know on the ground the hustle that you have to go through, but it's you have an opportunity to your purpose as you provide employment to one or two people, because we know the situation in the country. We have to be employers and not to wait for anyone to employ us. So with that, I want to wish you all the best and thank the Sinapis team for organizing this and our able panelists. Thank you.
So thank you so much. So just to appreciate you all, Franklin, Mercy, Julius, and Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Please feel free to see them after this. Even during lunch, you can interact some more. So please join me tuwapige makofi wakienda kukaa. Asanteni.
I hope you've been encouraged, and we want to continue celebrating the entrepreneurs that are here. So for this particular period of time, I'd like to call a very amazing lady. I got to interact with her the last 2 days, and just getting to learn about some of the things that she has managed to do. Who can tell me what's the word that comes if I spell the word C? That's the letter C. And then we add W. Okay, so let's do it together. Let's go in the air. C, and then W, and then I, you put a dot, and then F, and then E. How do you pronounce that word? Sea wife, Aya, wacha tutapata kujua. I want to ask my newly found friend, Mercy. Njoo uweze kutupatia a testimonial. So Mercy took our 6-week sales and marketing modular course, and which also had, you remember we've been talking about the hashtag Go Blue graduation. Yeah, so it has a small component, not a small, well, it is a big component in terms of digital marketing. So Mercy, tuelezee kidogo, how was your experience? Ulijifunza nini? Just share with them your testimony.
Hamjambo nyote, wazee wenzangu, vijana, kina baba, kina mama, mko sawa? Kwanza ningependa kuzungumzia mambo ya sea wife. Watu wengi wanasema sea wife, swife, co-wife. Kwa hivyo wengine wakiniita co-wife nakubali, nita swife nakubali, kwa sababu yote ni majina yetu. Ni majina yangu, mimi naitwa Masi Mganga. Nafanya kazi na Coastal Women in Fisheries Entrepreneurs. Na Coastal Women in Fisheries Entrepreneurs ni kikundi cha wanawake ambao wanafanya jasiriamali mambo ya samaki. Kwa hivyo Coastal Women in Fisheries iko na vikundi mbalimbali katika ukanda huu wetu wa Pwani. Tuko na vikundi Kwale, Mombasa, Kilifi, Lamu, Tana River, Taita Taveta, katika hizo kaunti zetu 6. Kwa hivyo kazi ambayo tunafanya sasa ni kuwezesha kina mama wa umri tofauti tofauti, kuanzia miaka 18 na yule mama mzee mwenye najua ako na miaka 74 na bado ni mchapa kazi, kwa sababu kazi ya sea wife ni kuwezesha kina mama wa kiwango cha kila aina. Tuko na kina mama ambao wamesoma, wengine wamesoma kidogo, wengine wamesoma sana, na wengine wamesoma zaidi. Kwa hivyo muhimu ni kwamba tulikuwa tunataka kufungua macho ya kenyeo, na kwa sababu walitutambua sisi ni wavivu, tukasema tutajiajiri sisi wenyewe, na tukawa tunataka kuondoa ile culture kwamba tunaambiwa kina mama wavuvi ni street vendors. Yes, ni street vendors kweli, lakini sio wote. Kuna watu wanafanya kazi ya supply. Tunapeleka samaki hotelini, tunapeleka samaki kwenye supermarket, tunaanika pweza, manenio tunavua. Kienda Lamu utakuta kundi la wanawake wanafuga pweza na wanavua wenyewe, kwa sababu tunafanya marine conservation. Marine conservation, wakina mama wanapanda mikoko, wanafuga nyuki na wanafanya kazi nyingine ambazo ziko pale ndani, na sisi ndio wenyewe wale wavivu tulikuwa tunaambiwa. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio maana tuna prove wrong, kwa sababu tunaweza fanya katika marine resources na tunazilinda pia, tunajua vile tunavyofanya. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo ningependa kuzungumzia hiyo. Nilikuwa naonyesha tu what is the meaning of co-wife. Co-wife ni mchapa kazi, si mwanamke mvivu. Kwa hivyo sisi tuko hapa kwa sababu ya kuchapa kazi. Na ningependa kuzungumzia kuhusu GIZ. GIZ ni shirika ambalo tulikutana kwa mfanyikazi mmoja yuko hapa, sitaki kumtaja jina sababu nampenda sana, mtamuonea wivu, lakini ni mpenzi wangu. Sawa? Tulikutana wakati akatuelezea kwamba kuna mradi wa Go Blue, na Go Blue inawezesha kina mama. Na kwa vile alisikia habari hizo za wale kina mama, akaja tukaongea pamoja naye, nikamuunganisha na vikundi vyetu vya Mombasa hivyo 16, na wakaja pamoja tukafanya mkutano, tukazungumza. Kuna baadhi ya mama wenye waliendelea na masomo na wengine wakashindwa, lakini wale ambao waliona wataweza, kwa sababu somo lililokuwa ilikuwa tunafanya online. Na online sisi kina mama na online ni wapi kwa wapi? Si ndio? Kifika time ya masomo, watoto wametoka shule, time ya masomo, sijui samaki wangu wataharibika, time ya masomo sijui saa ngapi. Kwa hivyo wale waliobaki ni wale waliojicommit. Kwanza walikuwa na simu za online wangeweza kutumia, na pia walikuwa na bundles na walikuwa na wakati wa kufanya kazi. Kwa hivyo congratulations kwa wale kina mama ambao tulikuwa pamoja. Najua mko hapa tu, mjipigie makofi hapo mlipo. Na faida ambazo tulipata, tulisomeshwa jinsi ya kuweka record zetu, tukafundishwa biashara ya kutumia mitandao kama vile WhatsApp, tukafundishwa kutumia LinkedIn, tulifundishwa kutumia Facebook. Na tuliposoma masomo hayo na jinsi ya kuendeleza biashara, tukaketi tukaulizana, je, tulipata faida gani katika kusomeshwa jinsi ya WhatsApp na nini ile kutumia mtandao? Wengine wakanichekesha, wakaniambia, jamani, nimeposta vitu vyangu nimeviposti kwenye mitandao, lakini watu wana like. Wengine wananiambia add me. Sasa tutakuwa tuna add, hawanunui tu. Tuko pamoja? Kwa hivyo tafadhali, ukitaka ni kuadd kwa mtandao wangu, si ndio? Nunua kidogo, hata kama ni kupende kidogo. Tuko pamoja? Kwa hivyo tulifaidi katika GIZ, japokuwa wengi hawajanunua, lakini na mambo mengine ni kwamba ruwaza yetu katika kusoma hata masomo, tulikuwa tunajua kwamba kweli mwanamke akitaka kufanya kazi ya biashara, wengine wao wanasoma wanafanya kwa sababu amesoma, wengine ni kutafuta peace of mind, amechoka kufua pale ndani. Kwa hivyo tusikae tu kwa sababu tunatafuta peace of mind katika kufanya biashara. Mimi ningesema kwamba kina mama wote tufanye biashara kwa sababu tunataka kujiajiri na kuendeleza maisha yetu ili kubadilisha jamii zetu na kuangalia future yetu kule tuendako, kwa sababu baada ya miaka mingine tutakuwa tunatamani kuona vile wenzetu wameenda. Na wanawake ambao wamesomeshwa ni champion, kwa sababu tulisaidiana mpaka mahali kwingine. Sisi tuko tu tunajiita co-wife, lakini tulipata chances za kunetwork na wenzetu. Tunakutana na vikundi mbalimbali. Kuna wale ambao walisomeshwa, sasa hata ukimtuma international meeting anaenda, anawakilisha na anaongea changamoto ambazo tunaziona, na atakuwa anafikiria ni nini ambacho kwanza alikuwa anataka. Kwa sababu mwingine tulikuwa tunamuuliza, kwa nini unafanya biashara? Sema nafanya tu. Sasa kusikia mtu akikwambia nafanya tu kwa sababu nimechoka kaa nyumbani. Nafanya tu kwa sababu nataka nipate merry-go-round, nicheze chama ya leso. Si ndio? Kwa hivyo tukakataa chama ya leso, tunataka kufanya kazi nyingine. Na mpangilio mwingine ni kwamba hakika GIZ ni miujiza kwetu sisi kwa sekta ya uvuvi, kwa sababu sio wengi alikuwa anajua challenges za mvuvi ambazo tunazozipata. Na hata nimetembea ofisi za serikali, ukiwauliza mambo ya mvuvi anakuambia mvuvi si ndio? Lakini kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa nasikia ule uchungu na hii sekta ya uvuvi kwa tumefanya, tulikuwa na sauti ya kujua ni nini tunahitaji katika serikali, ni nini ambacho tunahitaji katika hizo civil societies na NGOs, kwa nini wamekuja kwetu. Kwa sababu akija mpaka tumwambie sisi tunataka nini, manake tulianza bottom up. Kwanza ukija kwetu kama shirika, tutakuuliza kwa nini umekuja kwetu. Alafu na sisi tukuambie, tukutane katikati, tuinuane. Kwa hivyo mimi sitaki kuingia sana vile, lakini yangu ni furaha kwa GIZ, furaha kwa Sinapis. Leo nimeona sura nzuri ambazo sijawahi kuziona, na ni kitu kubwa sana katika maisha yangu. Unajua kuenda zako kama leo kiko kama hichi na usimame mbele kama hapa, ni zawadi ya kutoka kwenye Mwenyezi Mungu. Si ndio? Ni zawadi Leo nimepata zawadi, nimeongea na nyinyi, nimepata zawadi ya kusikia na hawa wenzangu. Kwa hivyo tuendeleane kujioyapeana hizi zawadi. Tumejua program za kazi ambazo zinapatikana katika blue economy, mambo ya seafarers tuko nayo. Yes, tumesoma kwa sababu seafarers iko hapa kwa ajili yetu sisi na wanyonge ambao tuko hapa. Kwa hivyo asanteni na Mungu awabariki sana.
Sasa kitaka kupiga makofi unapiga vizuri, ya kilo mzuri, ina inspire mwenye amekuwa akizungumza. Sasa simpe makofi mazuri. Najua tumekaa sana, so let's stand and stretch a little bit. Naona Amani Katana, una stretch mpaka kama una mifupa, si ndio? Naona nasikia kuna video ina trend, ukivaa vizuri usimalize siku kabla hujapiga picha utuonyeshe. Haya, tunaweza kaa sasa. Alafu pia nimerealize kuna vitu hatuja, so there is our necks, we have not done some exercise for them and maybe lifted our legs since we started sitting. So let's sing a little bit. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. You say clap as you do that. Are we together? If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. With passion. Find your passion, you find your happiness. Are we together? If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. Stambi, CEO. If, sawa. If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know, nod your head. Very good students. Sawa. Sasa once na tumalize. This is a very good choir for Go Blue. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, nod your head. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know, do them all. The choir is dismantled kwa sababu haina rhythm, haina tempo, lakini ni sawa. Alright, so I want to introduce our next speaker. For those who are wondering, we are about to finish, don't worry. As my name, I told you, I'm Otumbo Vincent. Food is there, so don't worry. Your lunch is guaranteed. The next speaker is a gentleman. He has 20 years of experience in working with young people. He holds a master's in education, especially on the administration part. He has been trained on youth initiation for developing countries in China, so he's well-traveled. Are we together? And by the way, people are well-traveled, we call them cultured human beings. They have not been born in Mombasa, studied in Mombasa, married in Mombasa, died in Mombasa, and buried in Mombasa. They are well-cultured, they are together. They have invested in able to host. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Regional Coordinator, Youth Affairs, Coast Region, under the State Department of Youth Affairs and the Arts, Mr. Charles Ayako.
Thank you very much. I'm very sure that you must have researched about me. I didn't know that my bio could just come out like that. First of all, observe the protocol. I wanted to name all of you here, maybe recognizing your organizations, but I've realized there are too many. If I name one, then some of you could be on my neck. But allow me recognize the chair I said, representative who is here, and then the leadership of Sinapis, and other government officials present, and the host of the stakeholders or partners who are here today. And our most important people who have brought us here today, the graduates, and then the other distinguished guests. So you have been told my name is Charles Ayako. So I work with the Minister of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports. So I'm based in the Coast Region, and my office is in Mombasa. So this morning, I'm delighted to be with you today as I join you during this graduation ceremony of our entrepreneurs who have undergone through this program that is implemented by Sinapis, Go Blue project in cooperation with the GSZ and the European Union. Of the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises within the blue economy sectors. And you have trained more than 450 entrepreneurs in the 6 counties of the Coast Region. And with emphasis on business training, customer advisory services, and eventual access to alumni network, where these entrepreneurs will build powerful peer-to-peer relationships and linkages to resources, making the trained youth acquire sustainable livelihood opportunities. As I said, this training was focused more on the business geared to the blue economy. And most of the speakers who have just come in the areas of tourism, fishing, aquaculture, maritime transport, the ocean-based renewable energy, maritime biotechnology, and other activities. It's estimated that if used properly, blue economy can create over 52,000 jobs in the next 10 years. In addition to preparing the youth to take up opportunity in the blue economy, we should also prepare them to take up the opportunity in the special economic zones. And you are aware that we have 2 special economic zones in Kenya, one in Nairobi and another one in Mombasa. So then without the requisite skills and knowledge, these young people will continue missing out on existing employment opportunities. The GoPlo project, as implemented, is similar to some of the government projects that we're implementing in Kenya. More especially in my ministry, we have a program called KYOP, Kenya Youth Employment and Opportunity Project. That was a transformational project implemented through funding from the World Bank. Its aim was to empower and improve the well-being of the youth in Kenya by equipping them with essential training, internship, business skills, opportunities, entrepreneurship, and grant opportunities. In recognizing the impact of KYOP, which has come to an end, the government of Kenya, through my ministry in that case, will be rolling out a new program called NYOTA. NYOTA is an acronym of National Youth Opportunity Towards Advancement. This project will also take about a 5 years project. Unlike KYOP was implemented in 17 counties. NYOTA will be implemented in all the counties in Kenya. And it will be starting this financial year. So when we'll be rolling out this program, we'll be first of all meeting stakeholders or the partners to sensitize you about this program, so that you can also now roll it out, maybe give it out to your clients or the youth that you meet. So maybe on another project that the ministry is implementing in Mombasa, Nairobi, and Kisumu is a project called Vijana Vuka na Afya. The word Afya is in English called health. So which aims to empower young people, particularly girls, young women, and then maybe you also include boys in that case. We have emphasized on the young women and maybe or the girls because of to lead a self-determined family and work life, such that now they can live a very dignified life. Through the integration of health service, we'll be having health services, we'll be having sports and vocational training and sexual education. So this project is expected to contribute to improved and equal access to relevant services for adolescents in the impoverished suburbs of Kisumu, Mombasa, and Nairobi. In the coast region, a total of 400 adolescents and youth have been trained in sexual reproductive health and healthy rights issues. And as we are talking now, we have a meeting of the major stakeholders, the county government, and other implementing partners that is taking place in Voyager. That is why you have seen, I'm just going out, in and out, taking some calls. So we have high-level people from Nairobi. That means we also want to see on how we're going to scale up this particular project. So this project will also offer youth on vocational skills, and therefore we want to believe that after they will be examined and given certificates, then the major stakeholders who are working maybe in the blue economy will also be able to take them on. So Frank from SOMO talked about the youth empowerment centers. So my ministry has also initiated several other programs, and among them are the youth empowerment centers. A youth empowerment center is just a safe space for youth to interact, innovate, and incubate. So we want to believe that most of the businesses that we have trained here can easily get space in our youth empowerment center to incubate their businesses. And maybe in this particular youth empowerment center, we will also have an opportunity for them to have mentor-to-mentor kind of approach. So these centers offer a platform for youth digital training. I want to believe that after this training, we are going digital nowadays. Even your own business, you are maybe doing marketing, maybe digitally, online. So these youth empowerment centers have, we have organizations that are offering this. We also have a place where youth can come and have dialogue, or business people can come and have dialogue. they can come and do innovation and talent exploitation for economic gains. And you are aware that my ministry is also spearheading a Talanta Hela program, whereby we will be working with the other like-minded stakeholders to identify the young people with talents, so that we can monetize their talents. We can make sure that they use talent to earn money. So the youth empowerment centers will be one of such areas where we'll be able to identify, then maybe from there we scale it up. So the projects that are currently running in the Youth Empowerment Center include Ajira digital training, we have basic computer skills, we have youth artistic and talent activities, among others. Furthermore, the youth are able to access other government services like group registration. We have Youth Enterprise Development Fund, we have the Women Enterprise Development Fund. As these departments have been offered space within the centers, all are working closely with the State Department to make it easier for the youth to access the services. We have also heard about Frank talk about using the youth empowerment centers for their space. So we also allow organizations to use our youth empowerment centers. If you have an engagement with the young people, you have a meeting with the young people, you just simply write to us and tell us that I'll be having this engagement this day, and also look at whether maybe we'll also be having another activity. So we are encouraging that if you have an activity, come to our youth empowerment centers, then from there, those who will also be coming to visit will also know about what we are doing. So we are also working closely with the Sinapis. Sinapis, they're also using our youth empowerment centers to train across the region. Then we have SOMO. We also have other organizations like the USAID Chitegemea project that they are also maybe using our centers when they're talking to the girls. So then I don't want to talk about the Kenya National Youth Development Policy, but that is also something that as organizations you should also get all of. So you can download the Kenya National Youth Development Policy 2019. It has interventions on the young people. Then the ministry also works with stakeholders. Strategic partnership are critical in achieving youth social and economic empowerment. So as such, my ministry works closely with the youth serving organizations, the private sector and development partners to undertake policy, to undertake legal and programmatic measures to respond to challenges facing the young people in Kenya. Our coming here today is because of the strategic partnership. Because we have just come here to witness what Sinapis is doing through training these young people. So that now from here we can also learn and maybe copy what they are doing, and then we just take it and maybe have it. So that's why we are here today as strategic partners to witness and participate in this graduation ceremony of these hardworking young men and women. You have heard these testimonies. We have been told, we have been invited to go and have the seafood. So we'll be coming. So, and then on behalf of the ministry and on my own, I'd also like to thank Sinapis and their strategic partners for making the process of empowering the young people and making them at least, because now they also have a future. Because from their testimony, they are saying that this training will definitely assist them. Then now to the entrepreneurs, the young people, maybe I would also like to tell you that invest more in most important friends and networks. So you share, you learn from what others are doing. You should also be focused, because I am very sure that some of you, most of the business when they start, maybe after 1 year they are going to die off. And then as young people, and maybe as business people, you scout for more opportunities. And then what we are doing nowadays is that you fight for your own space. You keep on saying that our space has been overcrowded and there is thought. Fight for your own space. I'm very sure that you are going to you're going to produce, you are going to do business. You realize that what you are doing has been done. But then maybe in in that case, you might even give up. And then you also keep on focusing on learning on your trade, because learning is continuous. One of the young entrepreneurs told us that what has been done by the government and other partners is that we are now focusing more on giving young people skills on business. I'm very sure that if I were given those skills while I was in university, I could not be working with the government. I could be what? A very big businessman down there, as new, all out there. So that means we have opportunities for the business people. Keep on learning on your trade, and then maybe you can succeed. If you keep on learning, we will expect that you will be the best for what you are doing. And then maybe it's about confidence. You believe in what you are doing, believe in yourself, and maybe in solving the problem that you believe that nobody else will assist you to it. And above all, find a mentor to guide you. And I'm very sure that in most programs like maybe more that they're doing, and I also want to believe that Sinapis are doing that. Apart from the skill that we're given these people, let's also find mentors for them. And then we also keep on going back to them and see what they're doing. To the financials, I want to tell you that I have gone through this project. I've been there. It's a very good project. Mine was if you can scale it up and give more support to Sinapis and other organizations that are working on this one. The testimonies from these entrepreneurs is just enough to say that your money was well utilized. And there are so many young people out there who need such a kind of service. So my appeal is that if we can scale it up, and maybe if we can also have some organizations also taking up such an initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, for that wonderful speech and reminding us of what entrepreneurs need. And I think it's time also you clap for yourselves as an entrepreneur. In Kenya nowadays, entrepreneurs are very interesting human beings. They never have a budget for their personal development. They never have a budget for their own growth. They are always right. They always know everything. But to sit in front of entrepreneurs who have decided, you know what, I need to learn I need to sharpen my skills in order to become a competent entrepreneur in the marketplace, that's amazing. And in the spirit of telling Mr. Charles why we need that Nyota program, I would like to invite Haj Eid to give us also a testimonial. Haj is a founder of Hajj Hamsik Footwears based in Mombasa, and they sell Swahili leather shoes. Is this Swahili? You need to ask me why I'm not wearing one. Swahili leather shoes countywide, and he pursued the online 16-week entrepreneur academy. By the way, I need to make you guys appreciate the entrepreneur. Do you know 16 weeks online on Zoom? Once on jioni. It's not a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park. Let's appreciate him as he comes. Where is he? He looks leather-like, is it? How are you? Yes. Take over.
Hello. I want you guys to look at your neighbor and tell him we want to sing a song that goes good morning, good morning, good morning to you, and how do you do? So, can someone assist me to lead the song?
Okay, so we can sing together. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, and how do you do?
Thank you. So my name is Haj Eid. I will be brief because I can see it's almost lunchtime and I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So my name is Haj Eid, and I'm a founder of Hajai Hamsik Leather Shoes, which we do sell countrywide, we retail. And also a graduate of procurement and logistics management from Chuka University. Academy. So I started my entrepreneurship journey back in 2019, but due to Corona, things went off and I couldn't be able to get myself and recollect myself back to embark into the entrepreneurship journey. Later did I know I got a friend who invited me to a trade show exhibition, Where's Care? Yeah, Salim Care, thank you. So there is when I got to know about Sinapis. And after joining the Go Blue Academy, online classes, 16 weeks, the journey was lengthy and the program was comprehensive. I wasn't sure if I will be able to complete the 16 weeks because it was quite tiresome and, you know, you have to push on every day to create time and space for you to attend those online classes. So afterwards, I can say through the training, I've learned a lot and it has enabled me to implement most of the learnings into my business. So through that, I was able to implement the SDG number 1, no poverty, by providing a partial employment to a Boda Boda rider who is a courier guy who assists me to deliver my parcels through my customers. And then also, I was able to learn, that program was quite comprehensive, so it has a lot of financial modules and all other modules inside. So through that, I managed to create better networkings, and through that, I was able to reinvest some of my retained earnings into service business industry, which is now doing quite well, and it also offers attachment opportunities to graduates and also to ongoing students who are in campuses and colleges. So thank you to Sinapis for that. And on behalf of all the beneficiaries and all the participants and enablers who allowed us to complete this journey and offered tremendous support to ensure that the program ran out smartly and co-efficiently, the Sinapis, the GIZ, and the Ministry of Kenya. Thank you.
Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. I don't know, the syllabus is changing very fast. In the past, it could have been GIZ. Nowadays, it's GIZ. All right. Did you know that, by the way? Okay. So, briefly, I would like to that direction. Her name is, guess what? Who can guess the name? You can't. Her name is Brenda Kibiko. She will just stand and kind of, show us members of GIZ, to wave at us, and then we can move to the next stage. She's the technical advisor, Go Blue Project. Let's give her a round of applause. Na ako na iPhone, so apige picha.
Hamjambo tena. Nilikuwa nafikiria nitakuwa invited kwenda kwa podium, nipeane speech. Lakini ni sawa. Unajua, kitu mzuri sana ni kukua kwa room full of wanabiashara. Hapa ndio pesa iko. Pesa na, by association hata mimi niko na pesa. Si ndio? Si ndio? Kwani hamniamini? Ama nasema uongo? We, unajua inaitwa manifestation siku hizi. Ukisema na mdomo yako, hivyo ndio inakuwa. Tuna pesa ama hatuna pesa? Hamwamini? Hamwamini kabisa. Lakini nataka kuwashukuru wote, nyote, Henrik challenged me to speak in Swahili today, so nitajaribu. Asante sana kwa Sinapis na kwa nyinyi wote. Kusema ukweli, apart from one of our other partners, sijaona so many entrepreneurs wakigraduate, so tunashukuru sana kwa come on board na go through the training na commit that time. I think it's very, very important. And nina hamu sana ku-interact na nyinyi wote. Nimesikia kuna a lot of opportunities ambayo tunaweza explore. Na ni vizuri tafadhali ukiona nikitembea tembea tu huko nje, tuone vile tunaweza after the program tunaweza kufacilitate zile gaps ambayo mmeona, ama opportunities ambazo ziko kwa biashara yako enye haikuwa haikuwa factored in to the training. So asante sana. Nimeambiwa ni introduce my team. Yes. So I'll start with Maria. Maria is our project assistant. She's based in Nairobi, in Mombasa. She helps us and does amazing things. And then we have Faith, who is our regional coordinator. Na Kiswahili yake ni mzuri zaidi kuliko yangu. Ako hapa Mombasa na ame-interact na most of you. Na sasa kwa team lead Schmidtke, ambaye Daktari Henrik Schmidtke, ambaye anatupatia uongozi kama team, anatusaidia na strategic thinking ya the project, na atasema mengi zaidi kuhusu hii project. Najua juu nasema nini, so but welcome Henrik.
Thank you. Let's appreciate Brenda. Let's appreciate Brenda. Just Henrik, just before you come. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Go Blue Now graduation, brought to you by GIZ and European Union in partnership with the government of Kenya and Jumuiya ya Counties za Pwani, implemented by Sinapis Group. Let's give our partners a round of applause. In our midst, we have graduates who are entrepreneurs who have committed 16 weeks and many other weeks to learn. Let's also appreciate them as they are nearing to receiving their certificates. The moment is coming. Now, at this point in time now, I had to stop you so that I learned to pronounce the name. By the way, if you learn to speak in English, your Kiswahili comes with a very sweet accent. Did you listen to Brenda? Wewe kata kujua English. Na usifikirie ukijua Kiswahili, English itakuja na accent. It is the opposite. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the strategic, the helper, the leader, Henrik Schmidtke, who is the component lead of GIZ. Do you feel safe?
No, Schmidtke, like, perfect. So just let me keep it the Kenyan way. It's like not the political way, saying something kidogo. I think like, no, like seriously, like just a few words. So thank you to my team and for that brilliant introduction. I have a few speaking points, but I just like left there. Because it's not about time. I think I'm the only one standing between you, the graduation, and the lunch. So I don't want to stay here too long. But I just want to express a big like thank you to Sinapis, our partner. So I started to design the Go Blue initiative back in 2019, and when we designed it, then together with that brilliant team, part of it is here, Maria, Brenda, Faith, and some more colleagues in Nairobi and Mombasa around. We thought about combining skills development, value chain development, as well as enterprise development or entrepreneurship promotion. And then we found Sinapis as one of our implementing partners. And yeah, big thank you, amazing job what you've done, the impact. And I'm very happy that the design of combining these different angles to enhance and support the Kenyan government, to enhance the blue economy agenda and the sector, yeah, has been like very fulfilling to me, to my team. And we have seen the opportunities, the expertise has been here on the stage, and at the same time, listening to all these fantastic testimonials to see there are these success stories out there, is massive potential. But at the same time, we have also heard from the experts, Kenya, we are not yet there, like to really exploit the full potential for the youth, for employment, for food security, for sustainability in the blue economy. There's so much more. And yeah, we are very committed and passionate about being part of the journey, that the German Development Corporation is continuing to support Kenya, the coastal people in the blue economy journey. And yeah, there's much more to come, and we are very much looking forward to it. Asanteni sana.
Let's appreciate him. I know some of us didn't understand. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You will understand what I'll tell you. Okay. By the way, I've also been a facilitator for the program. Clap for me. I must confess that learning is two-way traffic. Personally, as a facilitator, I've also learned a lot on how to run my business. Something I will tell you about this project. Number one, they are well equipped. As a trainer and as an entrepreneur, you get your manual, the slides are prepared. Your work is to understand, digest the content, localize, get relevant examples to the people you're training, go there and have impact. So this is a program from my side. It is a transformational entrepreneurship training. It's an incubation whereby by the time you leave, you are flying. You're no longer a lover. You are flying like an eagle. And as a facilitator, I am saying, probably I'm flying and I am where I am today because of the content I've interacted with, the team I have worked with, and I hope that the entrepreneurs who have been taken through, because you had an opportunity to have a number of them, because I'll come facilitate on a certain topic. I'm not good in accounts, someone else will come. I hope with that, pot of wisdom and experience, you take your business to the next level. I want, personally, I see Mombasa as part of the world map, known. You know, the way Nairobians will come and say we are lazy and all that stuff. It is important Wapigie makofi, wapigie makofi. Usipopiga makofi tunakungoja siku yako. Henry? So we are on to the next category. The first one is Joy Mahiwa. Modular Joy Mahiwa. Let's clap for her, please. The next one is Miriam Mukuhi. Bueno, Natifa atasubiri. Natifa. Subira. Nzingizi. Ala. Subira. Apigiwa makofi. Ndiye atembee kwa madaha. Kunta Rimba. Kuna watu wana majina mazuri. Kunta atafuata, alafu Nanda Sulemani Shehani atafuata. Ukipiwa picha una smile, usiwe na haraka. Ni wakati wako. Clemens Budala atafuata. Clemens. Nice. Alafu Rabia Sulemani Jobez. Some names you pronounce with Bez, sindio? Bez, Jobez. Alafu atafuatwa na huyu ni rap kuja next. Alafu atafuatwa na Kemisa Suleiman. Ukikuja hapa kando network exchange phone number hapo. Kemisa, jo karibu. Apige makofi, piga makofi, piga makofi. Farwat Said akuje, Farwat Said pia. Kisha Farida Mtaza Yusufali. Leo majina atanifundisha kujua Kiswahili, si ndio? Farida atafuata hapo. Kisha Said Sharif. Hawa ndio wale wana Cobra. Thomas Maganga Mwakishalua. Is coming. Next atakuwa Maureen Claire Maunda Weswa. Kibibi Haji Salim afuate. Alafu Charity Chad utanifundisha. If I butcher your name, my apologies. Suleiman Mohamed pokea. Kuja upokee. Suleiman, mpigie makofi ndio akuje. Hawakuje kwa sababu ampigi makofi. Abdalla Mohamedi Mwalufutsu. Mbona mimi nikapata zile kalikali bwana? Hamisi Juma Gonda. Hamisi Juma Gonda. Kisha David's Gambo. David's Gambo. Kisha Wahida Mohairei. Bwana Rei. Inakaa pronounce namna gani?
Bwana Ire.
Bwana Ire hiyo. Alafu Wakfa Sharif. Afuatwa na Richard Mtavi Kinovi. Richard Mtavi Kinovi. Hii inaitwa mtiririko wa ngeli ama Mtavi Kinovi. Judith Atieno Ochieng. Alafu Jeno Eugene Msioki atafuata. Eugene amesema hii maneno lazima iviafikiwe na tai. Dressed for the occasion. Mwanajuma Mbongi. Piga makofi bwana. Huyu ndio last but not least. Mwanajuma Mbongi. Piga makofi, piga makofi. Ametoka Kwale huyu. Haya. Photo. Kuja, smile at your best. Now Henrik, your job description is to sit.
So as they are arranging themselves after completing that successful 6-week course, Brenda, you can get ready. Brenda, you can get ready for the next batch of awardees. So that we prepare you for lunch. We prepare you for lunch. Haya, tujaribu kupendana kidogo ndio tuweze kupata nafasi ya kusimama.
Alafu kwa kipimo chako cha longness mnajipanga vizuri. The longest waende nyuma. Next to the longest wakuje mbele. Wasikufiche, nyota yako lazima ionekane. Kabla nyota program ikuwe launched yako ionekane sasa hivi. Haya, photographer fanya maneno. Alafu msmile Mko na meno? Mko na Colgate? Haya. Tuonyeshe meno.
Haya. Jiandae sasa. So let's appreciate them having done the 6-week course. Mejifunza mambo ya sales and marketing together with digital marketing pale ndani. Tulipokuwa tunamsikiza Masi congratulations. So Brenda will help us with the next batch. So this was the Entrepreneur Academy program ambayo huwa inaenda wiki 16, 16 weeks, and we start with Sally. Sally yuko wapi? Na Sally ana graduate and it has been signed off by Sally. So nashindwa kwani aha. Margaret Wanjiko Kago. Magi, aha. If you need Airbnbs, zungumza naye. Mary Kiwoi. Hey, Joy Jonathan Dena. Naomi Gadogo. Kevin Ochieng, jiandae pia. Happy Makosewe. Happy Makosewe. Unaona vile happy anakuja with happiness. Ehe. Selina Kuti. Selina Kuti. Wangare Kamau pia ukuwa unajiandaa kuja. Jedaida Kaindi Stephen. Okay, Joffrey and Huhu. Man Johnson mwema uko wapi? Man Johnson. Kumbe ni wewe. Joffrey amefurahi sana, amesahau mambo ya certificate. Ha? Kapadokia Nyandoro. You can tell 16 weeks ilifanya watu wakabond kabisa. Marian Oguge. Aya, let's appreciate them to Mustafa Karete. Mustafa. Mustafa. Obadia Muhanga Muzami. 16 weeks unasoma, you bond, you create a community. Caroline McKenna. Johnson alikuwa amesahau karibu aende lunch mapema kabla ya kila mtu. Fina Akop. Fina Akop. Dija Omondi. George Njoroge Njenga. Hassan K. Mbarak. Mbarak alikuja mapema sana kutaka kumiss any opportunity to graduate. Khalid Abdalla Mtengo. Naona nakuja kwa mwendo wa kasi. Eid Abdul Aziz Ware. Eid ameji nice kabisa. Okay, so now we take our group photo. Tukuja hapa mbele tuweze kupata hii group photo. Let's come in and do this group photo. Sally, you can sit together with Brenda.
Wapigie makofi. Karibu niombe wapewe music, watupe one dance move. Lakini washatoka. Let's clap for Maria, who will be helping us give certificates in the next cohort ama badge. Huku on the spotlight. Hapa tunaanza na Arafat Mukasa. Followed by Amina Khalid Hamed, the cake lady. Yes. Hi, Amina. Amina will be followed by Martin Mwangi, double M. Nairobi kuna gari inaitwa double M, by the way, si ndio? Alafu kuna Bernadette Wagio Kuria. Is that the pronunciation? Yes. I'm a Bernie. Hey, accent team maneno. Nawaambia someni. Mary Wangui Kigotho. Atafuatwa na Justus Kalu Kithi. Kisha atafuatwa na Dr. John Mwangi Waweru PhD. Pigia Dr. makofi. Justus yuko? How are you, sir? Here is another Sinapis PhD for you. Sami S. Kimehu is the next one, followed by Amos Mwenda Kinywa. Sami S. Full stop, then Kimehu. Amos Mwenda Kinywa. Sami ni huyu. Amos Mwenda Kinywa, alafu atafuatwa na Rosemary Wahito Mangi. Rosemary. Cecily Kariuki. Lakini mbona mpigi makofi? Who has told you to resign? In this economy you don't resign. Stephanie Achieng Odhiambo. Anaitwa Stephanie. Esther Mwangombe. Atafuatwa na Angelina Wandoe Garama. Some people have names that even appear in songs. Sika Otumbo. Angelina atafuata after Esther. Esther. Alafu Angelina. Alafu kuna Rachel ama ni Raquel Lem Muya. Rachel, Raquel. Then we have Edgar Mutula. Edgar Mutula. By the way, pigia Edgar makofi. He was the first participant today here. Entrepreneurs keep time. Grace Kiama. Grace Kiama. Afuatwe na Abigail Gashero. Abi. Alafu Abi atafuatwa na Boaz Muoga. Muoga. Yule ambaye anaogopa. Ama Boaz. Asha Sahid. Asha. Alafu tuko na Lilian Haminwa. Ndio hivyo. Alafu ndio Lilian Boaz Muoga. Uliogopa? Mini Pendo Mramba. Zombo. Alafu Pendo Mramba. Aya. Alafu mujipange for your photo. Let's clap for them as they do a group photo. Usiende. Njoni mpige picha. Njoni nyote. Alafu DJ wameamua kurudia the same song. The same song. DJ, the same song. YouTube ina nini? Kama ni bundles tutawanunulia. We are entrepreneurs. We are swimming in money. Kwani grupu ni aje iko chache hivi? Watu wali drop out. Ensure unaonekana. Usivae vizuri alafu usionekane. Alafu muna smile. I'm inspecting your smiles. PhD. Daktari. Smile.
Just a quick announcement. Kifwa graduates. Kifwa graduates, please come to the front.
Hawa ni wanakifwa.
Aya, asante. We are getting towards the tail end. And as you can see, we are also going to celebrate. Na nikiangalia, nikitupa macho pale, naona something quite enticing. Our dessert is loading. Okay, so for this last batch of graduates, I will call on the Sinapis Kenya country manager, Sally, also known as Salome. Yeah, I know. I will still give you some few minutes to be able to engage. Aya. Haj Eid Hamisi. Njuguna Hilary Mutugi. Consolata Chalo. Perpetua Wairimo Mungai. Hey, we can be appreciating them. You can see the way they are, you know, dressed for the occasion. Mohammed Mahmoud Shambe. Hey. Mohamed unaweza karibia. Grace Mwachofi. Grace Mwachofi. Mkasi Mohamed Hamisi. Alfama Nduta Mburu. Inaonekana mafans wako. Kenneth Ndongo Wawero. Kenneth Ndongo Wawero. Christine Samini Kaingo. Sukari imeteremka kidogo. Sugar levels. Masi Wanjiro Rubiri. Masi Wanjiro Rubiri. Oduk uko wapi? Oduk Paul. Unaona vile When I grow up, I want to be like Paul Oduk. Kabisa, kabisa. Yeah. Let's appreciate Oduk, maze. Aha. Sasa. Joan Wanjiko, Njenga. Kuna watu walijua wanakuja graduation. Justin Ndivo. Justin Ndivo. Eunice Kadzo. Karisa Eunice Kadzo. Eunice uko wapi? Clement Odenyo Ngala. Clement. Grace Achieng. Kwani huyu jamaa alifanya nini? Grace, Gloria Elizabeth. Class rep. Naona. Hata mimi nataka kuwa class rep sasa. Gloria. And then these two. Aya, Paul Kudura Muye. Paul yuko wapi? Aya, and then Florence Hella. Florence Hella. Is Florence here? Inaonekana hii darasa ilikuwa 16 weeks, Okay, so we can come to the front here so that we take our well-coveted photos. Okay. Naona there is a demand for co-MC. Hapa kuna ubaguzi. Co-MC, you can join the team. You can go join the team. Robert, we will also ask you to join this lovely team. Ngoja. Robert is also coming to join the team. Wachana na iPhone kwanza. Wacha tushike kwanza picha vizuri. So that is what made you famous in class, Aya, ngojeni kwanza, msitoke. George Riri Ndungu. George, pole tulikuwa tumekusahau. Sally can do the honors. Okay. Who are you? Sandra, by any chance? Sandra, is Sandra still here? George, please remain so that we honor that. So as George is taking his photo, okay.
Kidogo tu,
kidogo
kidogo tu, keki
naona.
rudi kidogo tu.
Kidogo tu.
Robert, umetoa appetite wapi?
Okay. So you were able to experience the journey in class, whether it was 9 weeks, 6 weeks, and 16 weeks. Now, for that to have been an experience, there were trainers that took you through those particular courses. So any of the trainers that is present here, please come to the front together with the Sinapis Mombasa team. Please come to the front so that we appreciate them. The trainers.
Tuwekewe nyimbo to dance.
Naona watu wa iPhone wanajitetea. I thought I'd seen Faith at one point. Are you still there? Kuja njoo. I can see. Kumbe muna
tunakuja na Costa.
Unaona vile wanakaa, the way they look, admirable, beautiful, handsome, Hey guys, you smile a bit. You're looking so serious.
Photographer amechoka na sisi.
Okay. So this is a lovely team here at the coast that is facilitating a transfer of knowledge, experience, skill, and attitude change. Asanteni sana.
Wapigie makofi wanapokaa. Thank you for coming. You look amazing with knowledge. So I just want to reiterate a few things. Number one, wale ambao wanajua kulikuwa na wafanyiwe interviews in the morning, kindly before you break for lunch ensure you have a meeting with the media department so that you can have a conversation on the same. And I want to say that we are here because we are celebrating the Go Blue entrepreneurs who are graduating today. They have received their certificates, and this program is funded by none other than the GIZ EU in partnership with the government of Kenya, Jumuiya ya Counties za Pwani, and it is implemented by the Sinapis team. As you can see, they are committed to delivering the objective of this program, and that's why we are here today. And this is the moment now we invite the cake bearers or carriers to march with it forward, as I invite a lady. You know, ladies are very good with these things. So as the MCs in terms of men, we are resigning so that we can assign. So we resign to assign. Sindio? We resign to assign.
Kabisa.
Lakini then we are resigning completely. We assign kidogo alafu we go back.
We feature a bit for a few more minutes.
Yes.
Just remove your phones and take a photo of us. Unaona vile tunakaa, Kesho tutakuwa tumeshikilia microphone.
Photographer picha una smile wewe.
Pia, And then you can tweet hashtag. Oh, hiyo ingine ni Go
Blue graduation. Hata kama uja graduate, be happy for others. Be happy for others. Force it. Force happiness. So Violet ako wapi? Apigiwe makofi. Apigiwe makofi. I have a cousin. I don't call her Violet. It's too long. I call her Vio. Sindio? Are you good? Are you up for this challenge?
Yes, yes.
Is she helping you?
Yes.
So that I give her a microphone?
Yes, give her
Okay. Okay. And then I resign. Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Winnie Rugendo, part of the Sinapis team, Coastal Region. So today I have the pleasure to cut this cake with us to celebrate our efforts. I remember when we began the training, we were all kind of anxious and some of us were not very sure whether they should sign up. But from the look of things today, everyone is smiling, everyone is happy. I'm hopeful that you found value for our training. So without further ado, I will call upon an entrepreneur, one of our trainers, a partner, anyone on volunteer basis to come help us cut this cake. So an entrepreneur, first come, first serve. Anyone who feels like cutting this cake with me. Thank you. Yeah. Our trainer, Mombasa trainers, Faith is here. Our partners, anyone? Thank you, Natifa. Sally, kindly, from Nairobi. This is part of the Sinapis team, Nairobi. Our donors, anyone? Henry? Brenda? Yes. Oh, Faith. Thank you, Faith. Yeah, so
So I hope you're enjoying the dessert before the main meal. So we want to call on Costa to give a vote of thanks. And as she's coming here, labda hii ndio itakuwa nafasi yangu ya mwisho kuweza kuzungumza nanyi, kuangalia, kuwatakia mazuri. Asanteni sana. Let me call Costa to be able to give us a vote of thanks.
Yes, asante sana Leo. Let's give them a hand. They've done a good job. See Leo, our MCs for the day. Thank you. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Ovi. Yes. How is the cake? Ni tamu? Okay, sawa sawa. So as you are having the cake, I know it's already lunchtime, but tunaomba tu for 5 more minutes of your time, and then we'll be able to direct you on the way forward. But before we do that, just a brief vote of thanks. Yeah, I think I'm really, really happy just to see all of us. I think I've interacted maybe with 90% of the group here, and it's really, really good to see us graduating today. So congratulations. I want you to tell your neighbor, Hongera, at least those ones who are graduating. Siwaski, I can't hear you. Yeah. Even if they've not graduated, they're here. So yeah, it's still Hongera kwao. Yeah, so just a quick vote of thanks. Number one, we'd like to really thank GIZ and the entire EU delegation for their financial support through the 2 years, the encouragement, technical advice. We really, really appreciate how you've worked with us and supported this project. So thank you to the entire team. Also, thank you to the government of Kenya, the JKP, who have also been partners in this project. Specifically, Mr. Ayako, who is in absentia. The State Department of Youth Affairs have been really, really supportive. They have given us their centers to do the training. They have also really been key in mobilizing, identifying those blue economy entrepreneurs in the different regions across the 6 counties. So thank you to them in absentia, and also the Department of Trade and Fisheries also. We are really, really grateful for their support. We'd also like to thank all our partners, but you've really, really been supportive. So we'd like to say thank you. One, I'd like to thank Close the Gap, who have been our hosts. Sijui kama wako Jacinta kwa mahali, wave. So Close the Gap, thank you. You've been amazing hosts. Yeah, we are really, really grateful for your support. Yeah, Lawrence, wave for watu. Yeah, thank you. We'd also like to thank our cluster partners in this project, that's KPA and Sortehub. Please, you can just stand and wave. Yeah. Gordon, Oma, David, and Alvin, thank you. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank Somo Africa, Franklin and Nadfa, and the entire team. Please, Mama, Semetu Asante. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, I think that's what I can say for now. Thank you. Thank you for your support, the mobilization, the advice. We are really, really grateful. Swahili Port, I think I saw Arafat somewhere. Thank you again, yeah, for your support and in the mobilization and the meetings. We are really grateful. KCTA, I think Julius was here. Thank you. Kenya Coast Tourism Association. We've done quite a number of workshops with the hoteliers in Lamu, Taita, and Kwale. Yeah. So thank you so much for your support. Kifwa, Andrew, and your team, mko wengi hapa, so thank you so much. Yeah, just for the journey that we've worked together. Yes, and again, even as I mentioned, these different organizations, please feel free to interact with them after this. Yeah, they'll be able to share more about what they do, and you can also see if you can be interested to plug in. Here, it's called what? This one? Swipe. Sea wife. Host women in fisheries, in entrepreneurship, right? Yes, thank you, Marcy. Yes, thank you for what you've done and the support that you give to the women in the fishing industry, fisheries. Yeah, so thank you. Crossroads Church, thank you. Mwangi is somewhere. Yeah, Mwangi Wandario, I think he's somewhere, he's left. So thank you so much also. We're also able to do a class with them. Mombasa Aviation Training Institute, I think someone was representing them. So thank you so much also. Then we have YEPI, yes, Youth Empowerment Program Initiative. They support young people. Nomba msimame tu mwave. They support young people in entrepreneurship. So thank you so much. We've worked closely together. Yes, so we really appreciate your support and we look forward to more partnerships in future. KSBDC, I think Mercy was at the panel, on the panel. Thank you, and Joel, thank you so much. Yes, so at the end, I think they'll have a space there. Please feel free to also interact with them and know more about the advisory services that they provide. And also any of our partners, please feel free to stand at their desk in case you want to talk more about your work. Yes, we also have AWAC, Association of Women in Agriculture. Thank you for your support, mobilization, and the advice, and just that close interaction. Then we have Nia Ventures. I think, yes, someone, please, Lillian, wave. Yeah, so Lillian has been also very instrumental, especially through the Boost Your Biz project. Yes, we worked closely together, so thank you to you and your team. We have in Komoko, Mercy Wafula, who's also present. Thank you so much, Mercy, for the support, yes, and welcoming us to Mombasa. Thank you. Yes, I don't know if Benson is still here. Benson Ako, Coast Youth Polytechnic, Nombo Smame, Wave. Thank you so much, Benson. We've worked closely with them also. He's also been a very good trainer. So thank you so much. I don't know if I've left out anyone. We really don't want to leave anyone out. Yes, yeah, so I also want to say thank you to our trainers. Naomba tumsimame tena. I know you are called here. All our trainers who are here. Yeah. Tutawaambia nini? Yes, thank you. I think you guys have really sacrificed your time. You know, sometimes waking up really early, kuvuka counties, you know, we really appreciate you. And yeah, we are very, very grateful for what you've done. And just, yeah, and the skills that you've given and that you've shared. So thank you so much. We would also like to thank the Sinapis team. You know, Mombasa team, Nairobi team, Nomba msimame. Just to wave. Kama hatuwajui tutawajua leo. Yeah. So I know apendi your kwa spotlight, but I'll do that for today. At least niko na hiyo liwe. Thank you, Robert Wahome, for your leadership in this project. We really appreciate your leadership, your input, your advice. So thank you so much. I'd like to also acknowledge Winnie, who's in charge of our admin and finance in Mombasa. There's Liz. Liz, please wave. Yes. I think all of us know Liz, alumni coordinator. So thank you so much. Irene, I think you've also been talking to her quite a bit. She's somewhere. So thank you so much. Then for Nairobi team, I'd like to start with our country manager, Sally. Thank you, Sally. You can wave. Sally Ayugi. Leo Nyamai, who's our training manager, is here. I think for those ones who are with us at the ecosystem TOT meeting, yes, we have experienced these training skills. Yes, and Victor Molo, thank you. He's also one of our trainers and coaches. We thank you. Violet Omulo, events manager and special projects and events manager. Then we also have Jeanette, who's somewhere. She's somewhere. She's there. Yeah, just to say thank you. Yes. Huh? Pardon? Oh, yes. So that is the Nairobi team. Yes, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nairobi and Mombasa team. So you can have your seats. Yes. We'd also like to congratulate you all. who've been part of this project, all the entrepreneurs. I think seeing you here, for some of us, nilikuwa na balancing tears because I know the journey. You know, I know some of your stories. So just to see you here, you've come a long way. For 16 weeks, 9 weeks, 6 weeks. That's not a short time. Sindio, Saturday mornings, showing up without fail, doing your assignments. So we are really, really grateful. Sacrificing for some of us transport and just being able to make it. So we are really, really proud of you. And basically today is your day. So we just want to say thank you and congratulations. I'd also like to just to acknowledge Wagfa. Wagfa Kwapi. Wagfa brought us cake. Yeah, so it's Mama too. Yeah, just to say thank you. Shows that happy that she's graduating. So thank you to all of you. Thank you also to our suppliers. Mainly, first I'll start with our hosts. I don't think they're here, Castle Royal. So we want to say thank you to Divine and the entire team, just for their services and for their support through the planning of this event. So thank you. Blue Radio, who's also Johnson, thank you. He's also an alumni. Thank you, the DECO people, Sandra, I don't know if they're here, and just, everyone who's been able to make this day a success. We are so, so grateful. Yes, and we look forward to working together and serving you more. So please come to our offices to Kopale, Close the Gap, Ratna Square. You're always welcome. Yeah, please. Isishi hapa tuendelee. To our partners, we'll keep in touch and we'll see how to grow more together in the spirit of collaboration. So thank you so, so much. I'll invite Vincent to give the final announcements and then we'll have a prayer.
Let's appreciate Costa. I have about 4 things, then we are done. Okay, just a quick one. Leah, where are you? Leah K. Mwihaki. Let's clap for her. Henrik, please, may I have the grandeur opportunity to invite you to the stage? Please. This moment is very important for the entrepreneur. Please, may you award her the certificate. Thank you so much. Clap for them. They look amazing. Few things to share. Number 1, Majaoni group. Immediately when we break for lunch, you meet at that corner. Majaoni group, you meet at that corner. Those entrepreneurs who are undertaking an interview, the moment we break for lunch, you meet here, where there's this podium. Number 3, when immediately after the national anthem, which we'll be praying, instead of praying, we'll do the national anthem. Immediately after the national anthem, Costa will walk with our guests to the dining area while we remain seated so that we can get our meal vouchers. You can't get lunch without a meal voucher, so ensure you don't rush. Also, usikimbie nyumbani, kula chakula ya hoteli. It's important. Surprise the intestines a little bit with something new. So, usiharakishe. Okay, thank you for that note. So as we also break for lunch, you can get to know what Close the Gap is and what they do. They are at the, I like that sometimes doing church announcements, so I was about to say info desk. Anyway, so you will find them at the registration desk outside there. You will get to know what they are doing. And then we will actually close with prayer. Once I call Mary Kavoy, will pray for us as well as Mr. Bakari. That sounds okay? Okay. So, majaoni msisahau huko. The interviews msisahau hapa. After the prayer, the guests with Costa and all of us to get our meal vouchers. Don't forget to pass through the registration desk, because that you can interact with the businesses which are there. You get to know what they are doing. My name is Otumbo Vincent, and it has been an honor to be one of your MCs this day. I am an entrepreneur as well. We deal with leadership development, organizational consultancy. Among those areas, we are also based at Ratna Square. And I'm also one of the facilitators of Sinapis as well. My parting shot is that I always have something to live. Entrepreneurship is a journey just like life. And in the journey of life and entrepreneurship, it is not what you achieve that counts, but the person you become. So you need to pay keen attention on the person that you become. And today, I challenge you to choose prayer amid this despair, to choose joy and love, to choose positive amidst chaos, to choose to be the light in the dark, to choose to fail rather than sit down and do nothing like a sweet potato. Choose kindness, for it will cost you $0.0, however the dollar expensive it is. Choose peace amidst violence. Choose to smile amidst pain. Choose to love your career or your business. And you feel you can't love your career and your business, you can quit it so that you can live what you love. You have a business or you are employed. Choose to do the work and not just say you have a job. Choose to own your mistakes, because entrepreneurs, we make mistakes, and commit to continuous learning and development. Choose not to get stuck in the rut, but rise up, dust yourself, evaluate, eliminate your obstacles, and relocate yourself. Even with fear, take action, even if it means you have to act with fear in it. Thank you so much, and I invite Mary, Kavoy, and Bakari to close the meeting today.
I'm Mary Kiwoi. Let's pray. Thank you, Lord, for this far you have brought us. You've been our Ebenezer. Some of us, it was only 6 weeks, others 8, or is it 9, and the others were 16 weeks. And Father, we want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone who made it possible for us to finish well. And some of us perhaps have taken a pause. Lord, we pray that all the knowledge we have received, none will go to waste. Throughout our lifetime, none will go to waste. And that we will be able to impact not only ourselves, but will impact our communities, our families, our nation, and the rest of the world. We thank you and we bless your name. In Jesus' name we pray.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Ya Rabbi, twakuomba ilmu tuliyoipata hapa, ya Rabbi, iende kufanya kazi katika shughuli zetu. Ya Rabbi, Mwenyezi Mungu akujalia kila aliyekuja hapo mregeshe nyumbani salama salimini. Ya Rabbi, Mwenyezi Mungu, wale wote waliohusika katika kufanikisha jambo hili, ya Rabbi, Mwenyezi Mungu, wapejaza hapa duniani na kesho akhera, ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi, nakuomba tusimamishie amani katika nchi yetu, ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi, Mwenyezi Mungu, nakuomba ujalie mvua yetu ya kheri, ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi Mwenyezi Mungu tunakuomba tuondoe kila tatizo tulilonalo katika majumba yetu na katika shughuli zetu ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi tunakuomba tujalie biashara zetu tunazozijalia kuzifanya na zilizopo zenye kufanikiwa na zenye kuleta natija katika maisha yetu ya Rabbi. Ya Rabbi, ya Rabbi, ya Rabbi, tunakuomba kila la khairu tuondoe kila la shari. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad sayyidina Muhammad. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
We are free to go. Some music. Don't go without your meal voucher. Majaoni msisahau penye mnakutana. As they walk. So let's allow our guests to walk out first, and then we will be walking out in an orderly manner so that we can get our meal vouchers outside. Majaoni msisahau kukutana huko nyuma. DJ Victor. Yes. Tunaomba utuwekee ka something